Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Woke Wars, also known as Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, or a better title, The Quest for More Money. So, right here, I'm on Rotten Tomatoes here. This is unbelievable because, as we all know, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Warner Brothers. So, it's actually owned by a movie studio. It's not a bunch of independent movie critics like it used to be. A lot of people don't know that. That's what it is. So we go here to, this is absolutely mind blowing because Rotten Tomatoes is known for having just shill on staff movie reviewers. Like if you are a movie reviewer that's truly independent, where they can't really gauge how you're going to interpret a movie or what you're going to write, then they're not gonna allow you to be one of the verified tomato meter reviewers. But if they can pretty much already know what you're going to say ahead of time and you're safe, they'll allow you to be in it. So I just cannot believe this. Star Wars: A Rise of Skywalker, amongst all of the crazy drama that's happening right now, like at the premiere, George Lucas wasn't even invited. He wasn't even invited. The guy, George Lucas, the guy where this whole thing was birthed out of his mind, out of his heart, out of his mind, out of his soul. George Lucas was not invited to the final installment of what he created. That is absolutely just despicable and no class at all on Disney's part and Kathleen Kennedy's part, on J.J. Abrams' part. So Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, 58%. 58%. I mean, it's just, and that's 232 of their shill movie reviewers. I mean, that's a pretty high number, 232. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker suffers from a frustrating lack of imagination. Go figure. But concludes this beloved saga with fan-focused devotion. Right, fan-focused devotion. The whole time, Disney bashed the fans. I mean, let me give a little tip to Disney. Maybe you should try being more positive when you're marketing your movies rather than being so negative and expecting the worst out of your fans. I mean, we just want a good movie. We want a good Star Wars movie. That's it. We're not bad people. I mean, we don't have bad intentions. It's ridiculous. Let's go down to some of these because they're pretty funny. Oh, and they haven't allowed the audience score yet, which I'm going to get to because they changed the rules on that too. If you remember, I believe, I can't remember which movie it was, but it caused a bunch of social justice warriors to get upset because the audience score was so low. And I think it actually might have been the last Star Wars movie where it was so low, and they actually changed the rules on it. So you can't even comment and give your rating until the movie has premiered. So whatever. I'll go back to that. Okay, let's start with a positive review because I like to be positive, kind of. So the storytelling is solid, and at a time when the CGI in some films is downright embarrassing, the special effects are superb. I've heard that too. I've heard that it looks really good. J.J. Abrams is known for, putting painting a beautiful picture on screen. He is. He's really fantastic. What he's not good at, and what he's proven over and over again. I mean, if you go back to Super 8, um, even if you go back to The Force Awakens, what he does is he takes the best elements of what other directors have done in the past that have worked. He throws them all together, but there's no heart and soul to the work. It would be like if I was a painter and I like Van Gogh and I like Pollock and I like Picasso and I like all these other painters, and I just take little like things that they've drawn and I put it on one canvas, but I add nothing to it from myself, and then I say this is my work. Like everybody would look at it and go, dude, that's not your work. That's Van Gogh, that's Pollock, that's Picasso. I mean, what are you doing? That's basically what he does. He's really good at counterfeiting stuff, but not good at telling an original story. So let's go to the bad ones. Let's see here. It's too bad that the Star Wars saga has saved the worst for last. I've also heard that as well. That's saying a lot because the Phantom Menace, by and large, was the worst. And then the Last Jedi came in, and that made the Phantom Menace look like Lawrence of Arabia. So then the Last Jedi was the worst, and then this is even worse than the Last Jedi. In terms of pure narrative, it's satisfying. What it very rarely is inspired. A harried, I don't know what that means. It should be hurried. A harried and hectic affair. Uh, it's a rush film that force throws everything at the screen, resulting in a lackluster ending that goes out with a whimper instead of a bang. It's like watching a runner trip mid stride, keep moving forward no matter how clumsy it looks, or fall flat on your face. Let's see what else I got here. The Rise of Skywalker captivates with its alluring special effects, but it is a finale that infuriates to the extent that you literally don't care anymore. Let's see. The Rise of Skywalker is like a hyperactive 3-year-old filled with boundless energy and often entertaining, but mostly messy and directionless. I heard that too. Like it's like it should have been like a 4.5 hour movie, but they condense it to 2.5 hours. And this guy sums it up here. I'm genuinely stunned that not only did Abrams learn nothing from the risk taken by Johnson, but also that he actively attempts to dismantle some of Johnson's boldest choices. So typically in a movie or a story arc, you're going to have like, it's usually in 3 parts. You have the first is like you introduce the characters, um, the basic premise of the story. The second movie is it's like the setup. You set up, what's going on, like for the big climax. And the third is the climax and the resolution. And instead, this is basically another setup because The Last Jedi was so bad with having Snoke being basically just some weird deformed guy nobody knows anything about, and killing off main characters, that this movie had to again be a setup. It then had to have a climax, and the climax was very lackluster. But I'm shocked. 58%. That's an F. It's almost half. I'll be interested to see if this fluctuates up or down. But what I'm really excited about is on December 19th, so later today, we're going to be seeing this audience score start to change, and I'm very, very excited about that because I want to see this audience score be like in the teens. That would be hilarious. But anyway, so far it's been a total social justice woke disaster. Nobody cares. Nobody's buying it. I would bet that the toys are going to be like on discount probably in a week or two, like The Last Jedi was. You'll probably be able to get them in the bargain bin. And I don't know. This is so funny. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And if you want to get more of my reviews, I'm jumping back into these reviews with a tear right now. I'm like going full bore with them. So if you want to listen to them, watch what I got going on, click subscribe. Anyways, thanks for watching. Later.